So let's talk about validation and anomaly. Validation and anomaly. Okay. Validation and anomaly. Okay. Okay. Validation is the anomaly is very important in CWRV. Okay, because it can help you to know the weakness of a trend, the weakness of a bunch of candle, the weakness of one candle. Okay, and we are talking about validation when the move is according to one party. The move is according to one party. There are chance that market will continue. Okay, and that's validation. And anomaly is when both parties enter in the market. Okay, sellers and buyers, they enter in the market. There are chances that market will reverse. Okay, market can reverse. So validation is when one party is leading the price. Anomaly is when there is struggle between buyers and sellers in opposite direction. And here we have a series of candle. I will draw a series of candle to illustrate validation and anomaly. Buyer candle, volume is increasing here. Okay, small candle, big candle, and we have a level here, and here we have a decreasing volume, small candle, big candle with a level crossing, and here we have increase of volume. Okay, so here we have a big candle, a good volume, small candle at the resistance. Okay, with increase of volume. The same thing at the resistance, but now we have a decreasing volume. Okay, so it's important to understand validation and anomaly. If you see a series of candle, and you have to know that we are talking about anomaly and validation when we have the same color candle. The color should be the same, not different candle. You cannot compare validation and anomaly with different color. Okay, not buyers and sellers candle together. No. So let us take this example. Okay, we have a decrease of volume, but at the first place we have a good candle. The first candle is a good candle, right? And we have a good volume. Then the second candle is small candle and the volume is small. Okay, So this is you can interpret this as when candle is big, the volume increase, but then when the candle is small, the volume is moving according to the size of the candle. The volume is responding to the body of the candle, and in this case, it's validation because there is no contrary movement. Okay, it's like buyers are alone. Okay, so the volume is responding to the buyer's activity. So they are not facing sellers contra movement. No. So with this, we can have a chance that the price will continue. So on the small candle, it's just like buyers are resting. Okay, after the big movement on the big candle, they are resting, so they can continue. Okay, you can continue with increasing of volume. So with this, we can talk about validation. Okay, so this is the way you should interpret price. This is the way you should interpret price. And here we have a big candle with small volume. The small candle have a big volume. So it's clear that it's not normal. Okay, because volume should be increased according to the size of the candle. But here we are having the contrary results. Okay, we know that effort is a volume and the size of the candle is a result. Okay, according to Wyckoff laws. So the volume, the result and the effort are not matching. Okay, they are not matching. So it's clearly that it is anomaly. Okay, all these things, if you didn't understand, you can write to me for more explanation, because I just want this course to be short. I don't want a long hours course, just 3-hour course. Okay, so here we are in presence of anomaly. So the market will reverse. The market will reverse, and note that we are not at the level. We are not at the level. So in the first place, we are in front of validation. In the second place, we are in front of anomaly. Okay, and I hope you have understood the explanation that I just gave. Okay, so now on the third case, we have a small candle, a big candle with decreasing of volume. Okay, this is not correct because we are having a fake breakout, because breakout should happen with increase of volume. This one is a sign that the market will reverse. The market will reverse. Okay, because the small candle have increase of volume, the big candle should have more volume if the volume was reacting on the body. Okay, so it's a case that the buyers are not in that big movement. The buyers are not present. They are not implicated, because with this movement, where sellers will react, the price will reverse, because buyers are not strong. They are not as strong as we can see. Okay, the price will reverse, because after the resistance level, sellers will attack. Okay, and when they are attacking with this kind of effort being volume, the price will reverse. Okay, so this is a manipulation. If you didn't see volume and you trade this, you can lose. So this is an anomaly. This is a clearly anomaly. Okay, this is anomaly, because price will reverse. The price will not continue. Okay, so this is a weakness from buyers. Okay, the couple, this pair is displaying a weakness in volume. And the second place, we have seen that the breakout has happened with increase of volume. So the small candle has small volume, the breakout candle has increase of volume. That's validation. Okay, the price will continue. The price will continue in buy. Okay, this is validation. This is clearly validation, because the effort is matching with the result. Okay, So we are in case of validation, buyers will continue after this, but in the first place, the sellers will reverse the price. So this is the difference between anomaly and validation. But here, when we have resistance, anomaly will become validation, validation will become anomaly. What? Anomaly will become validation, validation will become anomaly. Okay? What in real time without resistance will give us continuation, at resistance will be reversal. What in real time without resistance will give us reversal, with resistance it will give us continuation. Okay, in this first place you can see that the volume increase at resistance. That is not normal. Buyers cannot increase volume at resistance, so it's a clear sign that buyer has this strong, so the price can break the resistance. Okay, but in the second position we have decreasing volume at resistance. If volume has decreased at resistance, sellers will attack. That's a sign that buyers are not willing to continue. Buyers are not engaged in this on this candle. So sellers will attack because buyers are weak. Buyers are showing weakness at the resistance. But without that resistance, if this resistance was not there, we know that it's a sign that buyers are resting to continue. Okay, so you can see that validation without resistance is different than when you have validation in presence of resistance. It's become anomaly because it will reverse. Anomaly in presence of resistance will be a validation. So validation and anomaly, they are different based on context. Okay, what we can call anomaly at resistance is not anomaly when we don't have resistance. That's very important. Okay.